Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Rogers and I want to talk to you about the battery. Okay, did you get your close-up? Okay. About the battery here in the Sambar. So I purchased this from Mayberry Mini Trucks down in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and my light just died. There it is. And one thing they do, they make sure that the battery is either charged, or if it's dead, they just go ahead and replace the battery. So a brand new battery is put into this unit. And why can't this light doesn't want to stay? Anyway, so they put a brand new battery. So the battery for the sandbars are underneath the passenger seat. There's all sorts of these little latches and stuff you flip up, little plastic trap door that you take off, and then you've got the battery. So I will turn the camera around and I will show you the battery. Okay, folks, so here's the battery and the battery compartment. So the issue with this, this is not like the original size battery that would come with these. Now the battery we have here is just fine. It's a U1R 230 cold cranking amps. This battery is actually a battery you would see in like zero-turn mowers, large mowers, that sort of thing. But this certainly has enough juice to do what it needs to do. Now you have the battery holder to keep things from jiggling around. However, this battery is smaller. It's not as tall and not as wide as the stock batteries, but these things certainly work just fine. Now, with this battery, I'm going to call these L posts. I'm not sure what you call these, a little L post, as opposed to the lugs that most of us have on our batteries here in our vehicles in the United States. So the battery that was in here originally had the lugs, but this one has the L brackets. So when they rig this thing up, you have this kind of single lug here, but then it still had the round lug, and it looked kind of funky, but you were able to put a bolt through and it worked. Well, underneath the battery, I had to put some of that pink foam, and I think I got a little piece of it here. So the pink insulation, I actually traced the bottom of the battery onto one of the pink foam blocks, dropped that in. It still needed to come up. I put a second block in, and then that allowed me to go ahead and tighten it down with the battery holder. So it is in there nice and tight. So then looking at the battery connections themselves, I wasn't too happy with that. It worked, but they moved around a little bit. So I have a lot of solar projects here. So I just went ahead and went to my little lug set that I've got, and I just grabbed a lug that would fit these particular cables, went ahead and stripped it bare, went ahead and put a lug on, went ahead and crimped it down, put some electrical tape to go ahead and secure it. And then over here, I took off the round lug bracket or whatever it's called, and I just used the lead here and I put it right onto there. Went ahead and wrapped everything up nice and tight. The battery is not going anywhere. I have a very healthy respect for electricity, as most people should. You always connect the negative last. So I had the positive, and then I connected the negative, and then the positive was still a little loose. So I came back over here with my wrench, and it's a crescent wrench. I was on this terminal, and when I moved the wrench back, the wrench made contact with this metal piece right here, which is actually part of the vehicle, and you can imagine the fireworks. Scared the absolute crap out of me. But this battery absolutely works. There's not going to be any issue with this battery. She cranks right up. Nice strong alternator, so it'll keep it charged, it'll keep it topped off. But the actual battery itself is a completely different make and model. I priced those. It was roughly between $175 and $195, where these fancy lawnmower batteries I think were like $50 or $60. So it's certainly going to work. And yep, that's basically that's all there is to a battery. Folks, thank you again, and I am going to the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles tomorrow and get this thing titled and get her on the road. All right, thanks again.